starting to move now. We're going backwards. You got a rear vision view here. It's pretty exciting, eh? You can tell. I'm sitting up in the front seats here, then all the little ones are in the back behind me, as you can hear. Now, I don't know where we're going here, but we're going somewhere now. Oh, that looks pretty deep. I don't think I'll jump overboard. Maybe they'll make me walk the plank or something, huh? That's the park over here. Here we go. I don't know what I can see here. The big bridge back there.
All right, hello everyone. How are you doing today?
Oh, now they got a tour guide.
Wow, lots of energy on board today. I like it. All right, well, welcome aboard the LaCrosse Wisconsin. My name's Kyla. I'm going to be giving the tour for you guys today. We got a full boat today, so I'm expecting lots of energy. Hopefully some laughs at my jokes, maybe. Wink, wink. All right, but anyways, as we get started here, first thing I want to mention is that on the upper deck here, on these big white bins, we got 3 of them. We have 150 life jackets on board, so we're good to go with that. But the very first thing I want you guys to do on our tour is actually look to your right side. See that small river coming out just past our gift shop there? All right, any guesses as to what the name of that river is?
LaCrosse River.
Wow, yeah, good job. You know yourself. Yeah, that is the LaCrosse River right there. It starts out by Fort McCoy in Sparta, Wisconsin, and finally ends here. But kind of a neat fact about Sparta is actually the bicycle capital of the state. They have a really nice bike trail that runs through there, so if you guys are interested, definitely check it out. But anyways, kind of on our right side again, it's more in front of us though this time. There's a second river there. What's the name of that one? Yep, I heard a few people say it. That is the Black River. Black River starts out in Medford, Wisconsin. And do we have any pizza lovers on board? Anyone like pizza? All right, I kind of figured that group of people in the back might like pizza a little bit. But anyways, pizza. Well, anyways, Medford, Wisconsin is actually the hometown to the Tombstone Pizza. And someone on board the tour just yesterday, I think it was, they informed me that the reason why Tombstone Pizza is called Tombstone is because their like original factory or wherever they make the pizzas is across the street from a cemetery. So that's why it has its name. Kind of neat, I guess. But anyways, now we're kind of turned off to the left here towards the third river, and I'm feeling pretty confident you guys might know the name of this river. So I want everyone to say it. What is the name of this river here? Mississippi! Good job, everyone. Yeah, so this is the Mississippi River. We are going to be traveling about 4.5 miles upriver. We'll go through 2 different bridges and see the lock and dam. Then we'll turn around and head back downriver, back towards our dock. But anyway, so we all just listed off 3 different rivers. We have the LaCrosse River, the Black River, and the Mississippi, and they all meet right here, like right where our dock is. Now there's an old Native American tale that says where 3 rivers meet, there will never be a big wind. Now, I don't know if you guys know much about LaCrosse weather. We have a little bit of wind today, but in this northern powder town where these 3 rivers meet, there's never been the biggest wind of all, which is a tornado. So we do like to believe in that tale. Technically, there are 2 tornadoes that touch way down on the south end of town, but never here where these 3 rivers meet. I especially like to believe in this legend because I live in that area, so I certainly don't want a tornado. But yeah, kind of neat to think about. Now that we've kind of gotten settled a little bit, I do want to introduce the rest of the crew. Obviously, I'm not alone on here today, but right behind me is Captain Mike. He'll be piloting us today, like I said, taking us on the Mississippi. But then down below on the lower deck is Katie. She's working the bar and concession stand area. She has all sorts of snacks. She has popcorn, candy, soda, beer, wine, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free at any time to go down there and visit Katie. Oh, and I want you guys to have the best time possible. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to raise up your hand. I'll try to answer them the best that I can. I love getting questions on our tours. I think it's more interesting that way. Question already? All right, let's hear it. Remember, raise your hand up. Sit back and relax. All right, so the next thing I want to point out is on our left side. So there's a strip of land right there. That's an island. It's known as Barron's Island. Now on this island is Pettibone Park, and I think this is one of LaCrosse's best parks. They have a lot of really great stuff. They have a couple different beaches. You can kind of see one coming up in front of us on the left there. They have some beaches. They have a frisbee golf course if anyone likes to go golfing. Otherwise, just this summer, they set up this stand where you can rent out canoes and kayaks and things like that. So that's pretty neat. A lot of people have been taking advantage of that. But yeah, this is a really nice park. In fact, there have been a few weddings in that gazebo right there as well. That's kind of a nice thing. But some history about this island here. Buffalo Bill Cody actually used to own this island until a very prominent lumberman named Albert Pettibone, kind of where the name comes from, he took it over. And Albert Pettibone, he was a really nice guy. In fact, he donated this island here to the city of LaCrosse. We're like, wow, that's a really nice gift to give, right? That's very generous. Well, there's actually a little bit of trouble to that donation. You see, back then, the boundary between Minnesota and Wisconsin was this channel of the Mississippi right here. So when Albert Pettibone donated that island, that was technically Minnesota's land. So of course, Minnesota was not very happy about this donation. So Wisconsin ended up having to give Minnesota a chunk of land back. But then to make this trade more official, in 1918, Congress decided to change the boundary between the two states from this channel to the west channel of the Mississippi, which of course runs along the other side of the island. And it does actually meet up river with us here, so I'll point that out to you guys once we come there. Question? Yes, you are right. So she asked if that's the Black River, and it is. Just on the other side of these islands here on the right side, that is the Black River. Good job. All right, but another thing to kind of point out about this Barron's Island, notice all the rocks along the shoreline. Those are placed there on purpose. They're called rip-wrapping rocks. And what they're used for is to try to prevent erosion. The erosion on the Mississippi is so bad because all these islands here are made out of sand. But they're so bad that 1.5 million tons of sand gets carried through the Mississippi down to the Gulf of Mexico every day. So in just 24 hours, 1.5 million tons. That's enough to fill a freight train 150 miles long every day. So that's, of course, a lot of sand that's being carried through the water. So they're trying to prevent that by placing these rocks here on the shoreline. All right, we have a question way in the back, so I'm going to walk. Now that is kind of a big word, so I'll explain it more. Now erosion is where when all the waves crash on these sandy islands, that means that the sand will be carried away from the island and then into the water. So it just means that sand is getting wiped away. That's erosion. So good question there. Now this tour is an hour and a half, I believe. So we're going to be on the boat for an hour and a half, so we should probably talk about the boat itself, right? So like I said, this is the LaCrosse Queen 7. There were 6 before this one. Nothing happened to them, don't worry. We just like to update our boats every so often. Make sure you guys are having a good time. But this is also known as a split stern wheeler. And that's because I'm sure you all noticed the 2 paddles we have in the back. So since there's 2 of them, and they're at the back of the boat, or the stern of the boat, that means it's a split stern wheeler. Now these paddles are the real deal. They're the only thing that's propelling us forward right now. We don't have any hidden motors. A lot of people are surprised to hear that. It is pretty neat. So we're kind of an authentic paddle wheeler. And both of those paddles, they do run independently of one another. So one can be rowing forward while the other is going backwards or in reverse. And they can also go 2 different speeds as well. So that really helps us to have more maneuverability on the river, make sharper turns and things like that. But if you want a better look at these paddles, feel free to head to the back of the boat. You can look straight down at them. Otherwise, on the lower deck, we have a large picture window as well, where you can be face to face with them. So that's pretty neat. A lot of people like to take pictures there.